What up, y'all? What up, Grief? What up, Kicks? What up, Ocean? Nice. Is it good? What up, Sally? Dolce & Gabbana Light. Hey, Ocean, you know I told y'all, man, anybody wearing original... Dang, your boy is looking like chicken fried rice today. My gosh. Thank God I went live. I know to clean it up. In 2025, we ain't wearing Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue regular, man. If you don't have O Intense, you don't have anything. Come on now. You gotta do better. Oh, Selly, by the way, buddy. I think I already hit you up. I forget. It's in. It's in, buddy. It's in, baby. I might as well set y'all up by the fragrances. You already know, man. You can't be looking like chicken fried rice. You can't be looking like a two-piece out here. Trying to get into a mood, yeah. We might even play some new records out here. We got new records coming out and everything. Oh, we got BT in the building. The Giant. Hoping to get Instant Crush. Okay, I see you, Ocean. You're at an age where I would never discourage you from Instant Crush. And that's not a diss. Hey, BT. Hey, BT, I told you, man. Hey, I see you hauling up, man. We hauling up over here. That's the latest haul. Well, we got some more in here, but... the hauls are so crazy right now, I don't even have time to sort it. We in Arizona with it right now. I did. Yeah, no, Sally, I did for sure. Honestly, I love it, man. I've tried a lot of rose fragrances. And despite, I don't know, you know, ones that stick out to me is Amouage has some good rose fragrances. Oud Satin Mood, obviously. Atomic Rose, stuff like that. A lot of the other rose fragrances I wouldn't really call rose fragrances because they're not rose dominant. But what I like about this fragrance is I've always liked Oud's Silk Mood more than Satin Mood because there's more funk to the Oud. A lot of people don't realize this, but after watching a lot of Roja Dove's breakdowns of where Oud comes from, how it's made, how it's harvested, I'm realizing like 98% of niche perfumery is not oud. It's agarwood that is using other synthetics to simulate oud. So even all of the oud fragrances that we're familiar with that we think it's oud, it's not really true oud, which I'll do another video on later. But I've always liked Oud's Silk Mood over Oud's Satin Mood because the oud is truer to form. It's got a funk with it. And so I feel like Taif Rose or Taif Oud is a truer funk to oud, even though it's a synthetic oud is well, actually I take that back. Roja's ouds are real, but they're trace amounts. But they're I think Roja in niche perfumery is almost the closest you can get to real oud in terms of concentration. And I feel like this Taif Oud it has the funk of Oud Silk Mood, but the soft naturalness of rose petals and not jammy or powdery rose. So honestly, I like it because it's the most masculine rose I've smelled. And that's a good thing for me because, I mean, I like sensual roses and stuff, but I feel like this rose has a little bit more nuts to it. Like, it has some manly growl under it due to like the oud funk, you know what I'm saying? So I really enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know if I would call it a full wearing, but I've worn it. I've worn it for 2 days straight. So I mean, I've definitely given it a thorough deal. Club D Nui per show and Al Watania Eternal Cayenne Classic just bought on your recommendation. Hey, beautiful man, Vinny. Let me know. Let me know how that's treating you when you get it, buddy. Also, have you tried our Moth Odyssey Limon? I don't know which. I don't know which one Limon is. Hey BT, we going up right now, bro. What are some fragrances I should get? Thinking about LeBeau as well. Ocean, if you just getting so many fragrances and you won the giveaway, bro, you need to chill. You need to chill and start wearing some fragrances, bro. You just got fragrances in, you ordering more fragrances, man. Your mom's gonna kill you. Speaking of mango, I've got mango skin coming in from Wilhelm. Oud for Greatness, Nefs. Yeah. All those BT. Nefs and Oud for Greatness, bro, is synthetic, bro. It's just the agarwood tree. Because, you know, the Oud is the infection that comes into the agarwood tree. So those Ouds are synthetic. They're just taking the wood from the agarwood tree pre-infection and mixing that wood with synthetics to simulate Oud. Honestly, I do, Selly. I think the aldehydes add to the. I didn't know there was aldehydes in it, but now that I've smelled it, because I didn't go straight to the fragrance pyramid when I bought it. I just listened to Roja Dove speak on how it was made. But now that you mention aldehydes, that has to be contributing to the funk spritz, like the texture of it, how it growls off, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a good thing, because again, with a lot of rose fragrances, they're either perfectly unisex or feminine leaning. I feel like the mixture of real oud and aldehydes gives it a masculine texture that is like much needed. I'm just thinking about it in general. Hey, Ocean, you need the, bro, where are your fragrances, man? It's supposed to be a clone of Afternoon Swim. I do think Afternoon Swim is the best in the LV line as far as like interesting, you know, intrigue and like like lasting power, like its ability to be worn a lot and not get old quick. But man, I don't know. I'm so done with the LV line, bro. At this point, if I'm gonna be messing with LV DNAs, I'm gonna just go to Issey Miyake and call it a day. It's the same perfumer, and he's making essentially like 60% of the Issey Miyake line is just reformulations of the LV line. So just save your money on it, man. Question: whatever happened to Gucci Rush for Men? Are they bringing that fragrance back? Honestly, Gucci needs to not bring anything back. After the success of Gucci Guilty Elixir, the green bottle, they really need to harness that DNA, because that is the most successful DNA I've smelled from them in a long time. And they need to start making flankers of that. They need to cherry pick off that success, get their money up, and then start making some completely different transitions from the metallics and the stuff they're known for. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the notes, but it smells like aldehydes. You might just be smelling real oud for the first time, bro. Not saying you haven't smelled real oud, because I know you deal a lot with niche, so there's a high possibility that you've come across some real ouds. But even in niche perfumery, like 95% of the fragrances is synthetic oud. Once you come across real oud in a higher, like again, in niche perfumery, a lot of the ouds, even when they use real oud, are in such trace amounts that you would never make it out texturally in the scent. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't smell it. And it's crazy, because now that I've learned more about oud, what I'm realizing is that a lot of people characterize oud as a funk, and funk is only the byproduct of spoiled oud. Real, well extracted oud is never animalic, sure, but it's never funky. It's never Finkel, and so Finkel is just like spoiled oud. So a lot of people think when they smell stuff like that, that's the sign of real oud, and it's not. But oud certainly has a texture to it. But because Roja carries some of the highest concentrations of real non-funky pure ouds in the higher concentrates, it might just texturally feel more aldehydic to you, in the same way that aldehydes can also, you can also be tricked into thinking something's an aldehyde when it might be ginger, because ginger has a textural spritz to it that feels aldehydic. You know what I'm saying? But it might have aldehydes in it. I just don't know. Because again, I didn't look at the pyramid when I bought it. I just listened to what Roja had mentioned about it, and I didn't hear him say there were aldehydes, but there very well may be, because I do know that he works with aldehydes quite often. Have you gotten my decant? Hey, TT, I'm going to tell you right now, if you sent the decant just in an envelope, no bubble mailer, then what likely happened is when your mail package got scanned, they saw liquid in it, and you didn't, when you send a liquid to somebody, it has to be marked as hazmat, like a hazardous package. And so you normally have to pay a little bit for it, and it has to be marked on the package. If you just send an envelope with a decant in it and then they scan a liquid and it hasn't been marked as hazmat, they open the package immediately. So what probably happened, if I don't have it right now, and it should be here by now, is more than likely they opened your package, saw there was liquid in it, saw there was no hazmat label or anything like that, and they just discarded the package, more than likely. So in the future, if you don't bubble mail your decants at bare minimum, and also liquids have to be sent ground. So when you send out an envelope and it attempts to go air and they scan it as a liquid, then it automatically gets discarded as well, because they have to mark liquids as a ground shipping package. There's a special, you can send mail through the air, but it has to be officially scanned and all that jazz to do it, like if you're sending overseas and stuff. So it's likely that I won't receive that package, dude, if you just threw the decant in an envelope. But I have high hopes for it. We'll see. How do you feel about Carolina Herrera? Last fragrance I tried for them is Cobalt. Carolina Herrera is basically, to me, like a lower grade version of Givenchy's like sensual fragrances, like Privé and stuff like Privé. So it's good until you've tried Givenchy, and then I prefer Givenchy because it's classy and sexual. You know what I'm saying? I prefer the smoothness of their formulations a little bit more than Carolina Herrera, but Carolina Herrera kind of falls into a spice bomby type of quality for me. So even though I like it, I don't love it. Cold, you got to give your dad his phone back, bro. Yeah, so what you might be smelling, Selly, is aldehydes coming in contact with real oud, because real oud already has a texture, and then the aldehydes elevate texture from a projection standpoint. I love the fragrance though, to be honest. I do think it's a challenging wear though. Like, if you've never been in the realm of wearing a fragrance that has that kind of texture, like Oud Silk Mood, for instance, then it might be intimidating in terms of how to interpret how you would use that fragrance. Date night, suited up, classy, turtlenecked out, collared out, slacked out. But I do think, like, if you go to any nightlife, that fragrance is going to set you on fire. I do think it's that good. It's not a commercial wear at all. It's just as challenging as like an Amouage or a non-commercial Xerjoff or something like that. But I personally absolutely love it, because in the rose category, it's the most masculine rose I've smelled. What other stuff, Selly, do you have from Roja? I'm curious. I want to get Le Beau, but I can't decide which one to get. Lamal Elixir, without question. Or the one with Popeye on it, the red, white, and blue one. I forget what it's called. Kajal Icon. Huh. I haven't put my nose to that yet. I love fragrances too, buddy. we'll see if we can pick something up and put it on the speakers for y'all. Do we have anything in progress? Man, there's so much music I need to drop, it's ridiculous.
He put the bass right beside me. Hey, okay. 808 banging like the spirit got a new one. Trees can't find me. Hey, hey. Rain down on me, had to dust so long. Now spirit looking shiny. Hey, got my whole life ahead of me. Brand new paper, got the team right beside me. Hey, that mean we all gon' eat when we call on the king. Okay, who's who? It's a Christ roll call, and I bet I need a blues clue. We popping up just like a news cruise. Christian got screws. I'm lifting up praise like I used to. This ain't nothing that you used to. Let you die once came back with the new you. He put the bass right beside me. Hey, okay. 808. Looking for content. Looking for content. Looking for content. I'm looking for content.
Oh, this one's fire. Albums. I'll be right back. This off my album, my triple album drops this year, so this is the intro to the album.
I'm talking about faith, this ain't no castaway. I gotta step up, I gotta show out. I'ma just fast and pray. Might be my last day. I'm not last day. I'm not a castaway. Yo, feelings urgency. So many dead, so many lost. It's an emergency. And I'm so down that I ain't step up. I gotta learn to speak. I gotta serve them sheep. Look at the land, I see a harvest. I gotta earn my keep. So many streams of income. That ain't my currency. That ain't my work to G-O-D. Flesh got me swerving all in the Jeep. I got a purpose and I'm trying to see it. Good on the outside, but not in the deep. A lot of things shine, some is cheap. If you want to grind, you know what I mean. I want God, I want peace. I don't got peace, I still be free. I don't deserve it, but I'm thankful. I get so lit cause you living in me. I wanna share, I wanna preach. Somebody judge, I wanna love. Wanna share truth, the devil's a scrub. Whatever you see, God is enough. Yeah, I'm in the stool. Talking about faith, I ain't no castaway. Mama raised me, then I'm like Christ. I'm talking about dad's day. My life is a movie, you ain't gotta live, you get the matinee. You can just watch, you can just learn for you.
Paradise Garden, Blind by Safe. Yeah, I would say a little bit. This one's on the album too.
Playing in my head, she won't walk away. Did about 10, bet it all on faith. Stuck, riding like a Trans Am, up and down like Grand Am. Picture parading on the ground. I'm gonna be a
Paradise Garden. Oh, Midsummer Dream. Oh, you have Enigma. Dope. You have Sweetie Ooh, nice. Yeah, you got some hitters. You got some hitters. Personally go with Paradise Garden. SB, what up? Oh, good. Good, Santana. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Congratulations on winning it. Yeah. Yeah, we just recently got Burlington. Burlington is not an easy wear either. Burlington is like the Industrial Revolution. It's like very it's very it's a vibe. I hate to say that. It sounds so cheesy. Yeah, bro, it smells like you're in like a factory or something. It's like a little bit of cannabis. It's like somebody left fresh cannabis in an industrial factory of metalwork or something. If you like this, then you would definitely love Harrods, because Harrods is way more commercial and much more green, like real green, not like cannabis green. Harrods is like, to me, anybody who likes L'Immensité from LV should skip L'Immensité and upgrade straight to Harrods. Like Harrods to me is what L'Immensité should have been. It's like it's L'Immensité but dressed up more more masculine and more sophisticated of a scent. Yeah, Harrods is killer. Harrods is premium to me. And it's like a lot of people don't put enough respect on green as a DNA because there aren't a lot of like pure green bangers. Like the last real green banger we had was Eau Sauvage, and then I felt like Eau Sauvage is too old school. You know, it smells like a bank teller or something from the 80s. But for me, Linsumi is like the most modern green. I think this is the best office scent out there, and the best upscale casual green, pure green scent. But they don't really go completely green. It's almost like an aquatic papyrus pine needle type of feel. But I feel Herod competes with this because that feels like an aquatic pine cedar experience, whereas Harrods has a bit of a grassy forest green cedar vibe to it. It's truer to like the Eau Sauvage DNA, but it has a L'Immensité kind of citric bite to it, almost like a more lemony take on a grapefruit citrus. Harrods is fire. Harrod might be Harrod easily is in the top 10, but as far as top 5 Roja, I don't think so. There's too many bangers in Roja right now for it to be top 5. Top 10 for sure though. Like I see it being like Harrod might be like 7 or 8. I have Enigma coming. Sweetie Oud, I'm not getting yet, but I want to. I have Enigma coming. I have a couple more Rojas coming. Account. You know what it is. Last time you got penalized. Don't get stupid. Unless you want 30 seconds of fame, feel free. Yeah, I like Harrods a lot. I think Harrod. I think green fragrances, like pure green fragrances, are so slept on, and the reason being is because a lot of them aren't that modern. What y'all got your nose on though? Like, what's stuff on your radar for stuff to pick up? We got some other new ones that we got some other new ones. I mean, that whole top shelf is a new haul, but then we got this, which is okay. It's more of like a preference thing. I'm trying to own every powerhouse vetiver fragrance. This Straight to Heaven is absolutely awesome. Trace Oros. It's not super new, but it's a month old. I just picked this up from Michael. I'm actually gonna go see Michael this week. Um, the Nihilos are new. We got some Portrait. Portrait's another rose, man. Portrait's another challenging rose. We got quite a bit in the haul. There's a I'm actually gonna clear this rack out this week because I'm making way for a complete Xerjoff haul. So I won't have a ton of Xerjoff coming in, but I'll have enough to need to clear a shelf. I think we might have seven Xerjoff coming in. I want to pick up Mango Ice. Yeah, I mean, honestly, as far as mango fragrances, I know someone like not Selly, what is his name? Tazo. He says Bonnie is the best mango fragrance yet, or like he clickbaited his title like that. But truthfully, Bonnie is not a mango fragrance. It has mango in it, but it's such a trace amount. You can't really call Bonnie a mango fragrance. A true mango fragrance would be like Mango Skin from Velhelm, which, as far as mango is concerned, crushes it. Or God of Fire, but I think Mango Skin crushes God of Fire without question. Let's see what else. Conduit Street is the best version of that Burlington. Let me test that. I'm currently power ranking Javoy because that's my favorite house right now. Do I have the... I mean, you're certainly not wrong that it's an incredible fragrance. Where's Conduit Street? Yeah, I power ranked Conduit out of the 16 fragrances from Javoy I tried it. It's number 3, 4. It's number 5 for me. But let's see as far as the Burlington DNA. So grapefruit, lavender. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at so you're not bored. Grapefruit, lavender, bergamot, rhubarb, balsam, amaretto, tonka bean, vetiver, ambroxan, modern woods. Oh my gosh, they're very close. You got a good nose, man. You got a good nose. I respect that. To spot that similarity is for that style of DNA, that's elite. I mean, to me, they're virtually the same. I do like Harrod a smidge better. Harrod is brighter. Yeah, see, Harrod, I know you referred to Burlington as the comparison, but I don't think you can compare 21 Conduit Street to Burlington, especially given the story of how Burlington was made and what it was actually going for. Harrod's a much closer comparison to 21 Conduit, and Harrod is brighter and juicier on the grapefruit citrus than Conduit. Conduit's a more subdued, quieter fragrance. I think Harrod smokes Conduit in that regard. I would get Harrod over Conduit because it's a more all-in fragrance to that DNA, and it would be redundant to own both. But Conduit's I mean, Javoy doesn't miss. I mean, Javoy fragrances overall are so transportive. They take you to an actual place or a vibe. So I can't hate on Javoy for this fragrance at all. Yeah, the performance isn't the best on Conduit either, and it's probably because it's not that loud. Yeah, Harrod's better by a mile. It's just a louder projection, and it's more citric, which I think that DNA needs. Like when you go grapefruit, it's got to be juicy grapefruit. It can't be riny grapefruit, or it just doesn't work. The only riny grapefruit that makes sense to me is a fragrance like Grey Vetiver. And Grey Vetiver only gets away with it because of the orris that is used to push that riny grapefruit. So it has the illusion of almost being juicy, but it's more soapy. You have to put orris next to grapefruit every time, or it's just going to fall out unless you're going for that juicy grapefruit feel. The Javoy Discovery set is monstrous, though. I absolutely love it. Javoy might be one of my favorite houses overall right now. Not a fan of Kawa. Well, I just dropped a video today of La Tacita de Café from day 3, which to me currently is the best pure coffee fragrance. So give that a try. Account. You might find that you like it. Yeah, if you if you hate portrait, then you for sure aren't feeling Taif Oud. Because they're very similar. The only difference. Hey, Miles! Miles! I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Miles! Stop yelling. Yeah, Portrait and Taif Oud are very similar, but Taif Oud has more funk to it. So my guess is you don't think Taif Oud's all that, but my question is did you try it before you bought it? Taif, that is. And if you don't like it as much, I would highly suggest Taif from Ormond Jane if you're trying to go for a Taif level rose fragrance that you really like. I love Fahrenheit Dior. Okay. Has anyone tried Hamptons? I haven't. I've been trying Lattafa Jasur. It's not bad. I love colognes. I bet you. Yeah, that top shelf looks like a shelf in the Diamond District. It does. It does. Yeah. No, for sure. It is similar, but Harrod is way closer to Conduit than Burlington. See the thing about Burlington that a lot of people don't discuss is like they smell it off the opening and you get some citrus, but when you get to the dry down of Burlington, it's nowhere near Conduit or Harrod's. The opening is a foolish, some fragrances dry down and carry the heart, so it feels more like linear as far as there's not much transition. But Burlington has a lot of transition, and so whatever you feel in the opening, by the time it dries down, you virtually have two completely different fragrances. It's one of my favorites. You like, oh, well, yeah, no, yeah, I assumed you'd like Taif Oud more than Portrait, but the Portrait of a Lady's rose treatment is virtually the same. It's got a very rose petally rose to it. Yeah, they're so close. This one just smells more natural. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you like. What would you rate out of 10? What would you give Taif Oud? And have you tried Ormond Jane's Taif rose fragrance? Oh, wouldn't have bought it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Camaro Homme Intense is good account. Cayenne Classic's virtually the same fragrance. Dolce & Gabbana K EDP is criminally underrated. It's not underrated, Trado. Everyone buys Dolce & Gabbana K. That's a very, very well-received fragrance. What's your favorite Tom Ford minus Portofino? I don't know if these are my favorites, but definitely some like in my top tier is Grey Vetiver, Noir de Noir, Noir Extreme, Noir Original EDP. Those are in my top for sure, top 5. What are some beast mode freshies? Getting a beast mode freshie is tough unless you really go hard on synthetics, like your Bleu de Chanel's really ramped up in synthetics. I really like Mephisto lately. For me, this is like king of the blues right now. And the performance is great. It's one of the most interesting blues. I like this one a lot right now in the blue category. There are some other like freshies that go hard, like Oceania or whatever, however you pronounce it. It's an amazing aquatic fragrance, but I wouldn't really classify this as a blue. I would classify this as like a beach floral citrus. So, but you could consider this a blue, and it's got decent push to it, but Mephisto to me takes the cake. OG Taif Rose is a light fragrance, very airy. Amor Cafe or Domenico Ambar? Neither. Ambar Dominicana, you can't really compare that to Amor Cafe. They don't even have the same notes in them. You'd have to compare Amor Cafe to La Tacita de Cafe. Tacita kills Amor Cafe. Ambar Dominicana is closer to like red tobacco from Mancera. Which I love Ambar Dominicana. That'll be the next fragrance I purchase. Because I have Bonnie, I have Scandalo, and I have Tres Oros. Smell Taif Oud at the store. See, what caught my attention is that it is a kind of rose I hated, but I found it really good in the... Portrait of a Lady. But I found it really good in Taif Oud. Yeah, because it's fresher. It's fresher and it's lighter. It's more natural. Interesting. But what did you give it? Like out of 10, what would you give Taif Oud? Noir de Noir is hit or miss. Some last long and others don't last long at all. Or are you smelling real Noir de Noir, or are you talking clones? What's that blue one you held up that looks like a Zherzhov? I think I just held it up. You saw it. Some places I tried was hit or miss. Perlas de la Lique is like a very toned down Portrait of a Lady. It's for women, but quite unisex leaning. I mean, that's what Portrait of a Lady is. I would say it's unisex for sure. Congratulations, TT, on getting the whip. Yeah, Sally, have you actually tried Ormond Jane's Taif? $8.7. Man, that's crazy. So, is Taif Oud the best rose fragrance you've tried? And I mean pure rose. I don't mean like rose-ish. I mean like what currently, what's your highest ranking pure rose fragrance? Because I would imagine if you gave it an 8.7, it might be one of your top roses. Do you prefer Taif Oud over Taif from Orman? Fierce from Abercrombie is my favorite cologne of all time. Yikes. I revisit. Yeah. I mean, where I'm at in my journey, Sally, is like most of the fragrances I get, I have to be in love with, but well, I'm making a fragrance, so it's a little bit different, but like 80-90% of my fragrance journey, I'm trying to get killers that I want to wear all the time. But when it comes to vetiver, rose, and oud, those are notes that I kind of have more of a Pokemon attitude at, where I like to have fragrances even that I like. For instance, I don't wear Portrait of a Lady much. I wear it just for the sake of like field study, if that makes sense. But when it comes to rose, vetiver, and oud, I'm buying those fragrances to have a good constant bottle on hand survey of like some of what the world would consider the highest renditions of those notes, if that makes sense. So like for me, I own several vetiver fragrances that I don't wear per se, like that I'm not in love with, just to have them, because I need to see how that note was rendered in that fragrance. Which, by the way, I also want to get the new Ormond Jane vetiver as well. That one looks to be really nice. My favorite vetiver, I think, right now is Roja's vetiver, without question. I think Roja has the best vetiver. But yeah, with those three notes, I'm going to buy those fragrances all day long just to have them, if that makes sense. Richwood, okay. Where is my Richwood? Pause. Richwood is different, man, for me. It's like Richwood is, man, every friend I know loves Richwood. It's definitely a cool idea on Rose for sure. Where am I at with Rose? I feel like the interpretations of Rose that I've had so far on Pure Rose fragrances is completely natural rose petal rose, powdery rose, and jammy rose. I feel like Richwood is taking a much more luxurious, powdery, not Spice Bomb-esque, but maybe Noir de Noir-esque take on rose. It's sexy for sure. I don't know what style I prefer yet. I feel like with rose, the ratio is so important. Like there's just certain ratios I feel like are always the case. Like vetiver is best as a support role, not a lead role in every regard. Rose, I'm still searching for a masterful rose that is rose forward. And I just haven't found it yet. Like there's some really great renderings of it. Richwood's cool. This is a cool take on it. I prefer this take over Oud Satin Mood. But yeah, I'm gonna give Rose some time, man, for sure. Have you sampled Musk Ravenger? I haven't smelled Musk Ravenger in like 5 months, so I don't even recall what that smells like. I didn't write it down, so it didn't intrigue me, but I know that in the Frederick Mall line, Musk Ravenger is one of the most popular fragrances, and I actually think it's about to be discontinued. I forgot what I was watching the other day, but I think due to the perfumer, because Frederick Mall stepped down. So I think in the direction that Frederick Mall is going as a house, they're discontinuing Musk Ravenger. So you might have to buy that if you want to maintain that DNA. Yeah, Richwood is cool. Richwood is cool, but it's very challenging because it borderlines old lady. It borderlines old lady. You see, what's so difficult is climate really matters with rose, and I'm not on the East Coast, and I'm also not in a cold weather area. You know, if I was in Seattle or something, it would probably change my whole vibe on rose, but I'm in a very hot place, and so rose fragrances do not rock well out here. I would like to see a Sea Breeze Oceania take on a rose that goes not necessarily tropical, but aquatic. And then I would also like to see a more luxurious kind of Nishane Ani take with some rose in it. The powdery, jammy rose approach to me has just always been very, very ladyish. Whereas with Ani, between the vanilla and kind of the champagne texture of that fragrance, I think rose would carry a more truly unisex or masculine texture to it. I think when you go powdery and the noir de noir and the noir extreme type of approach to the rose, you like by default throw yourself into the ladyish quality of it. Do you have Lalique Pearl? No, I don't. I have everything from Lalique except for the ladies' fragrances and except for Indigo. And I love all of them. I love Equus, Ombre Noir, Lalique, Lin Sumi, White and Black, Pour Homme. I have a couple more. But yeah, I think Lalique's my favorite designer house, period. Grand Soir is nice. I love Grand Soir. I don't know why people don't like it at all. As far as pure amber vanillas, you really can't beat it. It's too basic for some people or too feminine, but man, I don't know of a better pure vanilla fragrance that's masculine. I mean, some people don't even think Grand Soir is masculine. I actually have Grand Soir coming in as well. But I love Grand Soir, man. Oh my gosh. It is feminine leaning to me, but Grand Soir is like the fragrance where like you're trying to knock down someone 10 times, 10 years older than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that fragrance is killer. What has a banana smell like niche preferably? Probably like H24 from Hermes. I haven't smelled that, Kicks. I haven't smelled that. What would you layer Grand Soir with? I mean, it would go with anything. Anything that you would normally put with vanilla. Any kind of cognac, whiskey, nuts, so praline, almond, cinnamon. It also would go crazy with some citruses like mandarin orange would go crazy with it. Honey would go good with it. Brown sugar would go good with it. The approach to the Grand Soir DNA, if you were to layer it, would either be to double down on the gourmand side of it or to lighten it up and freshen it up with citrus or green notes. What was the combo? What was the combo I just came out with? For those of y'all who don't know, I have an ebook coming out on combos. Oh, yeah, so a combo that I recently came up on that I'm absolutely loving with Grand Soir is and my re-up on Grand Soir is coming in right now, so I've been having to use Eternal Oud to test this out. But Grand Soir and Teriyaki Intense is phenomenal. Teriyaki, where are you? There you go. So teriyaki is essentially like a amber cinnamon on top of that amber vanilla. Oh gosh. But my Eternal Oud fragrance is super super macerated, so it finally is settling into like a very close Grand Soir. Yeah, that's incredible. 2-2 ratio, Grand Soir and Teriyaki Intense, phenomenal. Dang, that's good. Yeah, Smurf, you gotta chill, dude. You gotta chill, buddy. We'll get it taken care of, man. But you've mentioned it like 100 times in the last 4 days. We'll get it taken care of, buddy. Just relax. Wondering if that combo would work. Grand Soir, layer it with Stronger With You, absolutely. Yeah, that would work for sure. Yeah, I'll look into that, Trado. I see that Bodicea. Which ones did you get? These two are Orica and Hanuman. Azaro Most Wanted, EDP Intense, or Parfum? Parfum, A-Rush. Take care, Joel. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, bud. Also, have you come across a fragrance that's like the dry down of Aventus, like fresh oak moss, woods, and leather? I mean, the closest thing you're going to get to that is off Non-Supremacy Collector's Edition. Heavy oak moss, heavy cedarwood. Not so much leather, but close enough. You get that feel from the oak moss for sure. It might even have leather as an accord. But yeah, this will be the closest thing to an Aventus that's ramped up in oak moss, cedarwood. It feels leatherish. Any last minute questions, guys, before I head out? Let me know. Let me know. Take care, buddy. Take care. All right, guys. Any last minute questions, put them in the comment section. I'll answer them by today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Not sure when I'm going live next, but you guys know me. I go live so much. You'll hear about it. Just turn on your notifications if you're new to the channel. We drop episodes every single day. I dropped 2 shorts and a video this morning, so we have 3 videos out for the day. I have a poll going on right now. What's the best designer blue? So definitely go vote on that. I'd love to see y'all's feedback, and also have the scent of the day. So we've actually posted 5 times today. So check it out. We're always doing tons of content. And yeah, love y'all, man. Peace.